So it's the last day of the 44 Cup in the British Virgin Islands. Today's a different day. The previous days have been light winds. Today, the breeze is picking up. It's going to get windy and it's going to be a different type of sailing in champagne conditions. Today's also a really important day. It's the end of the season for 2024 and there's a lot at stake. Nanny Cay currently lead the championships overall and Team Aleph are in second. But at the top of the leaderboard in this particular regatta, it's Charisma just ahead of Aleph. Let's roll straight into the racing to see what pans out. It's race 10, the first of the day on Sunday the 24th of November. And all the boats are vying close to the line, really close to the line. It's a little bit left shifted off the line and there's a good start in the middle of the line from three boats. That's Team Aqua, Team Peninsula and Team Aleph. Oh, it looks like Team Aleph have to go back though from being an on-course side of the start too early. But the other boats have got away with it. They're going and they're all holding on starboard off this start up into the race course. It looks like it's relatively even across the wind on this race course. There's pretty even wind across the course at the moment, but there's a right shift. The boats at the right hand end, the committee boat end of the line have come off the line and they're looking really strong at the moment. That's Team Artemis. And in the bottom left hand corner, there's a boat speeding out into the right hand side of the race course. Who is that? That must be Team Aqua. Team Aqua looking for some gains on the offshore side of the race course. In the far distance we can see Tortola, the big mountains in the background, the greenery there, and it's all dragging the wind in nice and strong today. It's been a great first upwind for Team Aqua. They've dominated this right hand side and they're coming into the top mark with a 2 boat length, maybe 3 boat length lead. The green t-shirts on today, their signature outfit for the last day of the regatta. They're coming in with a little bit of a lead here, but in this race course, we know that there's always plenty of opportunities for passing lanes, so they're going to have to work hard here to hold on to this margin of lead. Round in second, another stellar performance from Team Aleph. Aleph have had the regatta of their lives so far and they're really pushing hard. They're going to be putting Team Aqua under a lot of pressure coming down this first downwind. Black Star in good shape too, with Peninsula just turning inside them. They're going to set and sail off on starboard jide. But they have left a little gap. That's Team Charisma that's just sailing down deep to the left of those boats, Aleph, Peninsula and Black Star. It's Nanny Cay round next with Team Wow and then Team Aleph. Grinders crazy on the pumps at the moment, trying to get the big white spinnakers up and flying. So as we look at the race course now, this is the boats halfway down or approaching into the bottom. Big spread across, relatively consistent on the breeze compared to the previous days here. And what we're looking for here is to make nice, smooth maneuvers, carry the pace. There's a boat just jibing there. That's Team Aleph Vader. They were taking now a right shift to come across to the left-hand side of the race course as we look at it now. But at the bottom of the picture, we're just zooming in here and we're seeing Team Aqua coming in with a lovely ley line into the bottom mark. The spinnaker gets pulled down the big mouth of the chute on the front of the foredeck. The grinders making sure that's all tidied away and the bow team getting the rest of the kite under control. Smoothly turning the boat up onto the breeze, making sure they're exiting as close as they can to the mark, upwind. So as they come down, they've had a little extension here. Aleph are still in second, but there's been a gain to Black Star, who are going around the opposite mark. Pietro Laura Piana here, turning the boat up and getting them away on their third leg of this race. And just after them is coming Team Peninsula, with Team Aleph Vader having made some good gains down here and now up into 5th. It's the team from Nanny Cay next around the port hand rounding mark, and as they go off upwind, we're looking into the distance. There are some little patches of pressure we can see in the far distance. A little bit more wind maybe on the top left. There's a cruising boat up there, and that's what the guys have been key to work into. Aqua, solid. Team Aleph, solid, making sure of their advantage in this race and keeping their lead as they come into this top mark again. They'll be heading towards the shore, to the big mountains in the background, to make sure that they keep their advantage. That seems to be the side where there's a little bit more pressure more of the time in on starboard. But they've had an issue with the spinnaker. There's a big twist in that kite, not getting the kite up quite so easily. There's a massive big wine glass. When the boats pull the spinnaker down, there must have been a twist that's happened, and that gives Aleph a real great opportunity here to get right on the coattails of Team Aqua. Third round is Team Charisma. That's going to help them overall today. And then Siref, the grey boat with a big black hawk on the side, coming round, very similar to Nika. They've made them gains, but these two fighting out tooth and nail for the overall title for the season. Coming round at the back of the boat, Team Artemis and Team Wow. So coming down towards the last bit of this race, race 10. Race 10 just coming to a finish. We've got Team Aqua with the blue logo on their spinnaker, and slightly to the right is Team Aleph. Both of those boats just with a 1 to 2 boat length margin of lead over the closing pack. And the closing pack have got lots of to and fro of people jibing and jibing on each other. But it's been a great little final piece into the finish here, and Team Aleph have managed to overtake Team Aqua. Team Aqua must have had some sort of little issue here, because they're now looking like they're only just going to get into third place. So first race of the day, race 10 goes to Aleph, adding to their tally of race wins this regatta. And just sneaking in by the skin of their teeth is Team Aqua, down at the pin end of the finish line, from Team Charisma in third. Fourth is Peninsula, fifth is Team Siref, and sixth is Team Nika and Artemis in 7. So race 11, the winds stepped up a little bit. The boats have all decided to switch to the smaller jibs, the J2, and off this start line there's a much more congested at the committee boat end of the start line. A good start there from Artemis and Nika, happy to hold off the line. Further down the line in the middle we've got Aqua, Charisma and Team Siref, and at the bottom end of the line we've got Aleph and Peninsula. They want the left, they want to make sure they get into that left-hand side of the race course, and have decided that the only way to do that is to come off the start line down the left-hand end. But at the moment, and crosswind, it's definitely a great start from Artemis. They're looking really strong, and as we look up here into the footage, we can see the veins of pressure coming down that they're trying to sail into. So at the top mark is Team Artemis, with a slender lead from Team Aqua and Team Black Star as well. Team Black Star having a better race again in this one too. Oh, just trying to turn the boat down there. The runner didn't quite come off, and it's making it difficult to get the boat to turn down. That'll give a little margin here for Aqua, who come down and are inside on that rounding. Maybe they'll be able to get through Artemis, but Artemis get the boat under control and get going. So Artemis, Aqua, Aleph, Black Star, very close here from Team Sierra Vader, with Team Nika just outside, and a real congested area here. There's got to be some protest flags going up there. That gives an opportunity for Team Charisma and Peninsula. The umpires are there and involved, and they look like they're making some decisions. So as we look down the race course now, 2 teams have decided to drive out. That's Team Charisma, closest to the camera, and Team Aqua. They seem like they're in really good pressure down here, but the rest of the fleet look like they've opted for the side of the race course nearest to the island, hoping that there's a little bit more wind down there like they saw on the upwind. It's jibe here for Aqua. How are they going to look as they come out of that jibe? Are they going to be coming in? They're coming in, and it's been an okay run for them, but there's been a real gain for the rest of the fleet. So Aqua are going to take the port hand rounding mark. They're turning the boat here, whilst Artemis take the starboard rounding. It's neck and neck coming into this gate mark, and it's all to play for on this second upwind in race 11. Aleph again, nice and solid, nice and consistent. They're around in 3, Nika in 4, 5 is Peninsula, 6 is Black Star, and 7 is Team Siref Vader. These guys all want to sail on starboard. That's Artemis, Nika and Black Star. They want to sail on starboard. They think that the best wind is in the left. They want to hold on that starboard tack lift, and the boats who come around the other side, they've tacked up, so they think it's a starboard lift as well. So we're coming into the top. It's Artemis has made good of that beat. They're getting ready to drop the main sheet, to ease the sails, to allow the boat to turn down. There's a much nicer, smoother rounding from them than the one before. They're down on angle, the kite's going up. Coming round behind them though is Team Aqua, solid as ever in these last couple of days. Good performance from the team here. And in 3 and 4 is Aleph and Nika, turning the boat into their downwind angle here. Tacticians looking for the overlap with the boat behind. Peninsula just rounding now, a tight rounding on the mark for them. They want to make sure they've got a good lane out of this swimmer mark. And Team Siref Vader here making sure that they close the door on Black Star so the Black Star can't get down inside them on the exit from the mark. Black Star with Charisma chasing hard at their heels, and the rear being brought up by Team Wow. Black Star fancying a bit of port jibe here, speeding along, planing away down here. Meanwhile, there's lots of boats congested in one area on a race course, desperate not to lose any gauge to their competition, and desperate not to lose any gauge to their competition, and desperate not to lose out on a shift. The boats are coming to the ley line, and as you can see from this picture here, that's all meant that they're really congested coming down into the bottom of the race course. Into the finish. It's an unbelievably tight finish here. It's first, another first for Team Aleph. Wow, those guys are having a stellar performance right now. But second was Team Nika, and third, was it them or was it Team Siref Vader? It's very tight to see. I think in the end it just went to Team Siref Vader, with then Aqua, Black Star, Artemis, and then Peninsula. What a change round. So we're going into the last race of the regatta. This is the race that really matters. This is where the teams have to pull it all together. It's race 12. It's all on. The title is decided in this one, and as we come into the start line, all the teams are virtually neck and neck as they all approach the line. It's a U flag start, so if they're on the course side early, they'll be immediately disqualified, and nobody's prepared to risk that. It's so even off the start line, it's anybody's off this line. The boats at the bottom, there's Team Peninsula have just managed to pinch off Team Aleph, and Aleph, the leaders in the last 2 races, are already on port. They're ducking the whole fleet. Meanwhile, Team Aqua, in their, what we now know is their fairly standard process, are on port, heading out into the right, with Team Wow with them. Nika are in close pursuit with Team Siref Vader. And as we come to the top here, it's a very sneaky little cross there from Team Peninsula, trying to thread the eye of the needle as they come over the bow of Team Charisma. Artemis onto port now, trying to have to duck behind Team Nika. Team Siref Vader below Team Charisma. There's no room. Artemis tacks back. Siref have to avoid. They have to tack, and then that causes an issue for Team Charisma. Meanwhile, Team Aqua are off and away. They're already rounding the mark. Chris Bake turning the boat down there nice and smoothly to exit onto the first downwind of this last race. Peninsula having a lovely race here. And as we come in, there's 3 boats closely abreast here trying to shoot the mark. Who's on the inside? It's Charisma on the inside with Nika in the middle of the sandwich and Team Siref Vader. These guys have been tooth and nail all the way through the regatta and all season. They're all trying desperately to get some speed into this next rounding and pull those spinnakers into their correct position. It's a luff here from Charisma on Team Nika. Nika's kite flapping. That gives a little margin for Team Siref Vader, who are now down on the inside overlap of Team Nika. And also behind is Aleph with Team Artemis coming. Artemis have to do a penalty turn for an infringement, and Team Wow just behind them too. It's all on at this top mark here. As we settle into this next portion of this first downwind, the boats are all keen to come to the side of the course that the camera's on. They want to come on starboard as long as they can to get one jibe and into the finish, into the leeward gate. That's why it's a starboard hand header at the moment. Everyone wants to stay on the header as long as they can, but it's about now making the clear decision about when to jibe out, so you have a clear, lovely port approach into this last gate. So Aqua still leading, taking a little bit more, few more jibes here compared to Peninsula, but both boats coming into this leeward gate pretty much simultaneously. The boat handling now at this stage in the season all looking very slick and nice and cool and calm and collected. And as they come out of the mark, it's a slender lead for Aqua. But here it is, all the rest of the dogfight is starting to happen now. There's Team Sierra Veda coming in on starboard with Team Nika just clear of an overlap, taking the port hand rounding here for Team Nika. Meanwhile, across on the other mark, there are several other boats fighting hard for that one too. Team Charisma gone round the starboard hand rounding mark, whilst Team Sierra Veda go around the port rounding mark. Aleph going left, looking up the course. Where do the boats want to go? Looking up the course right now, Aqua are very determined. They want to get a little bit of leverage into this right hand side. And then coming into the top, you can see the boats behind very close in the battle for 4, 5, 6. But right now, it's all about Team Aqua. They've got a 5-length lead here, and Peninsula equally have several lengths on the next boat round. How's it all going to play out as we come into the last leg of the last event of the season here in the beautiful blue clear waters of the British Virgin Islands? Peninsula, Spinnaker, slightly trapped behind the jib. Oh, is that going to slow them down a bit? Is that going to give Charisma a little bit of margin? Just in front of the next boats round, that's Aleph, who've made some cracking gains. They're up from 7th at the first mark to being now in 5th. Just next to each other, rounding. They've been glued together all week. Nika and Team Sierra Veda. Both boats pushing super hard, trying to get those big Jenicas into the sky, trying not to have twists, but it's tough in these difficult conditions. The wind being up, it's easy for get a wrap. They exit the mark. The boats are almost surging. They're almost planing on some of these waves. As we come down here into the last piece of the last leg of the regatta, it's condensed. Boats have started jibing for shifts and trying to get a controlling position on each other. Every time there's a jibe, that slows the boat a little bit. And that's made everybody come together at the bottom here. It's still Team Aqua. They've got a lead. It's slender. They're eking their boat down and then coming in deep and slow into the finish. They are really, really struggling now. They're pointing the boat dead downwind, but they are going to win the race. They win the last race of the season. They win the last race of this regatta. Well done to them. Great work. But what have we got coming behind? What's going to happen? It's Team Peninsula from Team Aleph. They sneak in from Team Charisma, and then down the far end of the line is Team Sierra Veda, with then Team Nika in the position after them. Team Wow come in with a great result in the last race, been improving all week. And as we see the last few boats come across the finish line, it's Black Star, then from Team Artemis. So that tight finish helps put Team Aleph into the undisputed winner of this event. A great result for them and fantastic way for them to finish the season.
Can't describe how happy I am, guys. The teams have done an amazing job. Today I think was our best day in the water, so can't ask for anything more. Very happy about it. The entire fleet didn't make it easy on us, I have to say. Besides the beauty of the boat, every single owner, every single boat was today out there to win it, and we're very happy. I still have to realize what we have done, but great day and very happy with the results.
It was a tough week. We had tricky conditions and probably wasn't on my best form this week, and the guys pulled me through. So we definitely did it the hard way, but we're super happy. We had a really good season, taking the Worlds and the overall season. So we couldn't be happier, despite today. But yeah, it was certainly hard work. But yeah, great class, super tough competition, and we're very happy.
Team Charisma do super well to make sure they hold on to a podium position, and they finish second in this regatta from an equal points, but winning on countback, Team Nika. Then to the overall championship title for the season, the 44 Cup overall season podium is in third place, Team Aleph, after their great result here in the BVIs, winning the event. In second place, Team Siref Vader. But the undisputed champion of the season in 2024 is undoubtedly Team Nika. Congratulations to Team Vladimir Pushkin and Team Nika.